Hello, my name is Nico and I am here to talk to you about the current events in Egypt. About a week before the riots in Egypt started, a man was taken from his house and beaten to death for expressing his opinions on the current political system. A week later, on January 25th, tens of thousands of people collected together throughout Facebook and other social networks to start an uprising protest in cities all around Egypt. In their attempts to end the nearly 30-year-old reign of Mr. Mubarak, they are confronted with tear gas and rubber bullets from the police. The government is quick to create bans to try to retain the revolts. By now, the media has recognized the riots and is broadcasting throughout the world, and various Egyptian bloggers have managed to get news out about the riots. Throughout the next couple of days, the protesters fight the police, trying to have control on the streets. Mr. Mubarak decides to call the army into the streets for the first time in 25 years. After about 1 week of protesting, the change in people's wills starts to show clearly. They were being treated as objects rather than citizens. On January 31st, the Egyptian army stated that it would not fire on protesters. Protests continued and began to get more serious over the next couple of days. By now, many propositions have been made towards Mr. Mubarak about stepping down and giving way to a transitional government. There is a lot of focus in Tahrir Square throughout the next couple of days, where protesters gather in large masses every day. On February 10th, after a long streak of protesting, Egyptian Vice President Suleiman says President Mubarak is stepping down. The next day, people all around the world rejoice when they hear that Mubarak has indeed resigned. The Egyptian peoples had finally found peace and reached the end of the tunnel. They all hope that the government will be of a more democratic nature, so that voicing their opinions won't be hard in the future. From Mubarak's resignation to today, various other events have occurred where Egyptian authorities arrest other people in the government on terms of corruption. Egypt is slowly improving, and it has been announced that elections, which have been postponed multiple times, will be in September. For now, the fate of Egypt lays in the military's hands, which holds it as a democratic transition.